Hey friends, good morning. How are you today? I'm Connie Fuksa, and I wanted to just tell you how sorry and crazy I have been. I broke my own personal rule whenever I talk to you guys about being consistent. And so I have to get out and apologize because consistency has not been in my schedule with coming online and talking to you guys about different types of concepts and, experiences and ways to tackle hurdles and how to grow yourself and how to move yourself forward and give you some ideas and some concepts that would work. And yes, I'm driving, so I'm paying attention to the road, so I'm not going to be looking to you quite as much as I normally do, but I want you to know that I am engaged. So I really wanted to get on here first of all and apologize and say, you know what, guys, I always preach being consistent, and I'm so sorry that I haven't been. But in my defense, let me just give you a couple of things. I told you a couple weeks ago or a week ago that I've been really sick. Of course, my husband and I both got whatever crap was out there. I can't tell you for sure what we had, but thankfully it wasn't the coronavirus. But we've just been really sick and coughing so much that I couldn't even really talk for a while. And so I apologize about not being online, but that was one of the many things that have been going on. And, adding into it, we sold our home and have moved into a very dear friend's basement apartment that we're renting for a little while. So while we're trying to figure out what we're doing next. So that's been a little confusing too. Lots of moving, and boy, if you don't do that moving thing very often, you forget how overwhelming it can be and how it just consumes all of your time, and you use a lot of muscles in your body that you forgot that you even had. So yeah, that's been going on too. And so because of all of that, I'm really sorry that I just haven't been consistent. But I really felt very important to get on today and talk to you guys about a couple of things. I've been posting a lot about failure, and I want you guys to understand something that, usually I post a lot of positive or intuitive kind of things that I want you to think about that help me a lot, that I experience either in conversation or books that I'm reading. But, I've been posting the last couple days about failure because I wanted to share something with you. So, as I said, I haven't been online, and I was a little frustrated with myself that I wasn't online sharing things with you guys that I normally would be all over, making sure that I'm staying on top of things and making sure that, we're talking and I'm posting some information that I've experienced and, that I want to share with you guys that I think is profound and can help you. In my own mind, it really sort of plays with you a little bit that, are you being a failure because you're not doing what you said you were going to do, what you committed to? And so, it does, just like everybody else in the world, my life is not roses and sunshine all the time. And sometimes it's a little crazy like this. I was really sick for about a week, couldn't barely talk. And then I also, have been moving. And so, anybody who's done that recently knows that is a huge hurdle, especially when, in our case, we have things moving into all different areas. We're not just going from one place to another place. We're sort of transitioning and trying to figure out what we're going to do. So that makes it a little more confusing too. So I'm at a stoplight, so I can look at you for a few minutes. But so I wanted to share this whole failure concept because I didn't want you guys to say, gosh, she's, posting all this negative stuff about failure, which is really not true. It's to remind all of us that when you have bumps in the road, when you make mistakes, when you don't follow through with something, that the next 5 minutes is a new 5 minutes. The tomorrow is a brand new day, and it's a perfect opportunity for you to take that and change what you've been doing that maybe wasn't the right path for you. It's a perfect opportunity to learn from what you did and to change that into something more positive for you. So failure is all about learning. And so I have been beating myself up a little bit because I haven't been doing what I promised you guys I would do. And then I reminded myself that no, this is a learning experience. So I didn't fail at all. I learned that I was doing to you what I tell you not to do. And so I really want you guys to embrace that. And then here's the other thing. So, a lot of times I talk to people about, doing live videos, talking about things that you care a lot about, things about that you know a lot about, because all of us need the good information that you have. If you don't share it, then you've left this world without sharing with us things that you know that we can't get anywhere else, because every single one of us is so unique that we have so much good information to share, and such good passion and such good experience that we need to share. But here's what I want to tell you is a lot of people feel like, I can't do this. I can't even write down and talk about these things because who am I? Like, I'm not really anybody. But here's what I want to share with you. That's called imposter syndrome. And here's what I want to share about that is it happens to every single one of us. You know, it happens to the famous people. I was reading a book recently about Oprah talking about how when she got one of the Oscars that she got, or Grammys, the Oscars, one of the many awards that she's received, when she was called up, she was sure that somebody would say, oh, sorry, it wasn't really for you. It was really meant for someone else. We called your name by accident, because she was sure that there's no way that she could be this person that everybody seems to think that she is. And so it happens to all of us. So no matter what you know, if you don't share it, all the rest of us are going to be lost without that information, and we need it to function, and you're the only one that can provide it. So don't let yourself be caught up in imposter syndrome that is, I can't talk about this, or I can't share information because I don't really know it, and who am I? I'm not really anybody special, which is absolutely not true. You're the only single one of you on this whole planet. So I need you to get online and talk about things. Whether it's writing it or sharing information through a video, whether it's pre-recorded videos, you are the only person that knows the information that you know in the way that you know it. Yeah, there may be 10 different people that are dog trainers, or there may be 100 people that, you know, do landscaping or take care of plants, but maybe you know some things that I don't know, that maybe I don't know any of those other 100 people. And so you can share things with me that I had no idea, which will make me a more enriched person. So you're not an imposter. You do have good information, and you have to share it, and you have to be consistent, and don't fail yourself. Remember that if something happens, a bump in the road happens, it's not failure. It's a learning experience. It's a way to challenge you to do it differently next time. So I want you to take a lesson from me missing out on talking to you guys for a while, and learn from it, because it just means I made a mistake too. And I can look at myself and say, oh, well, they really don't need to hear information from me. But then I can see that people are watching, and people talk to me about what I talk about. And so obviously I have something to share that you guys want to hear about. And so I have to keep self-talking myself and saying, you have to get online and talk about things that you have experienced, that you have practical experience with, because people need to hear it. So I want you guys to think about those exact same things, because I need to know the things that you know that I don't know about. And I need you guys to get online and talk about those things. Share, not just cat memes, not just funny pet things. I want you to share good, solid information that you know about that I don't know about. Because I don't know all the dog trainers in the world. I don't know all the pile drivers in the world. I don't know all of the gardeners in the world. I know you, and I know you have information that I need. So I need you to share how to do things. I need you to share what you understand, because it's going to make me a better person, because I now have information from a really good expert source, which is you. So imposter series means, or imposter syndrome means that you're afraid to share something because you think that you don't know it as well as maybe someone else does, and that's absolutely not a fact. And the other thing is, when I talk about failure, I'm talking about the learning experiences. Failure is not an event. Failure is not a personal attribute. It is an event. It's something that happened. We're moving past it. And I'm moving past it today, thanks to all of you being supportive. And I want you guys to know that I am cheering for you, and I always will be here to walk things through with you. So let's talk about it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I thank you so much for tuning in to Coaching with Connie, and I'll talk to you again real soon. Hope you have a fantastic Wednesday. Ciao, guys.